A little bit in nature, curiosity of the squirrel, climbing all the way into the pumpkin. Well, it's kind of like us on election day. We go all in on what we believe is right. Hopefully, the right people get elected and the right changes are then made and we can move forward, not backwards. It seems like lately in society we want to pretend the past hasn't happened, that it can be canceled like a TV show. I'm sorry, but our nation has had some bad things in its history and quite a few good things. Um, I know that the biggest black mark that people see is slavery. But you consider the fact that slavery was and still is in many countries around for hundreds and hundreds, thousands of years in Europe and Africa and in Asia. Our country, being a relatively new country, has had slavery for several decades before an extremely bloody war was fought that freed all people. Women were given the right to vote and to work, and we strive every day for equality. Why strive to set ourselves back and pretend it didn't happen? Learn from it. It's a big mistake. No human being should ever own or control another human being. It's horrible. Doesn't matter what color, race, religion anybody is. But now we're saying that instead of learning that lesson, we're going to try to pretend it didn't happen. I just don't think that's the correct way to go about things. If you make a mistake, you learn from it and you move on. Just like this squirrel. If he finds a bad seed, he throws it away. If he finds several of a certain type, he'll know, okay, don't go for that type. He learns and he moves on. He grows smarter. If we refuse to learn the lessons of history, we refuse to move ourselves forward. We refuse to strive for equality for all people, regardless of any differences. And differences are a good thing. We should see those differences in each of us and let everyone express their differences and learn how to be fellow humans in harmony, even when we disagree. Just because we disagree doesn't mean we can't be friends, doesn't mean we can't be neighbors. Social media has given everyone a platform to say whatever they want to say, and because it's not face to face, feel as if there's no repercussion or backlash. Unfortunately, instead of moving us forward, it's taken us steps backwards. As now, we disagree. Looks like a little Haas for him. And during that disagreement, it's easier to become angry, even at friends, even at people we care about and love, instead of working together or respectfully disagreeing. We get upset. It has divided us as a nation, as a people, as human beings. You know, I look at the way things are right now and I see our leaders right now, in my opinion, doing nothing but giving us excuses. Excuses for why inflation is high. Excuses for gas prices. Excuses for crime. But not one solution. Not one independent thinking squirrel that'll go out and find the nut that he needs. Not one person in our government right now seems to want to stand up for what's right and correct. Instead, like the squirrels, they just chase their tails. It's not my fault, it's your fault. It's not my fault, it's their fault. It doesn't matter whose fault it is. We don't want inflation this high. We don't want to pay $4 a gallon for gas. We don't want to be dependent on the Middle East for energy when we have our own. Oh, just my thoughts. The nature of and is the beast. As we watch this little beast defend his little orange pumpkin fort, filled with enough food to probably last him for 10 years. Well, God bless everyone. And remember, love thy neighbor. Even if you disagree, don't hate. Hate breeds more hate. What this world and what this country needs is to come together, regardless of different opinions, different religions, different colors, different clothes. It doesn't matter.